El Nido, Palawan. Just saying the name feels like you're whispering a secret. Sounds exotic, right? It conjures up images of faraway lands and hidden treasures waiting to be found. Limestone karsts, emerald waters, hidden lagoons, and of course, secret beaches. The kind of scenery that makes you want to drop everything and book a flight. The brochures promise untouched paradise, but let's be honest, the only secret left is how they fit so many tourists on one island. Every corner you turn, there's another selfie stick in the air. We all chase the myth, a place unsullied by the modern world. We dream of being the first to set foot on a pristine shore, to leave only footprints behind. They call it the last frontier, but when you're elbow to elbow with sunburnt strangers, it's more like the last stand. The only thing untouched is your patience. The idea of a secret beach here? Hilarious. Like finding solitude in Times Square on New Year's Eve. The crowds are part of the experience now, still the allure is real. We want that sliver of sand no one else has found, the hope that maybe, just maybe, there's a hidden cove waiting for us. El Nido's beauty is undeniable. Towering cliffs, blue water, all the postcard stuff. It's the kind of place that makes you believe in magic, even if only for a moment. But secret? That's just marketing. The real secret is how well the myth sells. To find a truly secret beach, you'd need a time machine or a private helicopter. Or maybe a map that only you can read. Or maybe, just maybe, a new definition of secret. Maybe it's not about the place, but the feeling you find there. Maybe it's not about being alone, but about finding a moment of quiet amid the chaos. A pause in the noise, a breath of fresh air. A fleeting instant where you almost believe the hype. Almost. And sometimes that's enough. So can we find one? Or at least pretend to? The search itself becomes the story. The real adventure is in the search, not the destination. Every step, every paddle stroke is part of the journey. You're not the first, and you won't be the last, to look for paradise here. The footprints in the sand tell the story of everyone who came before, but maybe you'll find your own version of it. A memory, a feeling, a story to take home, even if it's just a few peaceful minutes before the next boatload arrives. Sometimes that's all you need. That's the new secret, savoring the moment, not the myth, making the most of what's real, not just what's promised. Let's see what we can discover together. Ready for the adventure? Let's go. The journey to El Nido starts with a few hopeful clicks and a credit card. A simple act that sparks dreams of turquoise waters and sun-drenched beaches. But it's anything but simple. The reality is a maze of flight options, layovers, and fine print that can make even the most seasoned traveler sigh. Whether you're flying out of Des Moines or New York, it's a test of patience, and your will to live. Airports blur together and time seems to slow to a crawl. First, the Trans-Pacific flight, endless hours, recycled air, and movies you've already seen. The hum of the engines becomes your soundtrack. Sleep is a joke, and you'll know your seatmates' snoring patterns by heart. You'll try every position, but comfort is a distant memory. Then, Manila's airport. Chaos, lost luggage, and a terminal that feels like a flea market. The crowds, the noise, the endless lines, welcome to the Philippines. Next, a domestic hop to Puerto Princesa. Smaller plane, louder engines, more forms. The adventure is just getting started and your patience is tested again. You're almost there, but not quite. The finish line is in sight, but there's still one more hurdle. The final leg, a 5-hour van ride, packed tight, bouncing over roads that double as massage chairs. Every bump reminds you how far you've come. By the time you stumble into El Nido, you're a survivor. You've crossed continents, time zones, and your own limits. You've earned your stripes, and maybe a strong drink. Every ache and frustration melts away with that first sip by the sea. This is the price of admission. Bureaucracy, bad food, and a marathon of discomfort. It's a rite of passage for every wanderer, all for a shot at those secret beaches, the kind you've seen only in postcards and travel blogs. Makes you wonder if it's worth it, right? The doubts creep in, but so does anticipation. But the journey is part of the story. It's the shared struggle that bonds travelers together, turning strangers into friends. It's a gauntlet every traveler runs, a badge of honor you wear with pride. And when you finally arrive, the exhaustion almost makes the first glimpse of paradise sweeter. Almost. The reward is real and it's breathtaking. The real question, will the destination live up to the ordeal? Will the beauty outweigh the struggle? Only one way to find out. Welcome to El Nido. You made it. The adventure is yours now. Now let's see what all the fuss is about. Adventure starts here, and every moment is yours to claim. Ready for the next chapter? The real story is just beginning. You've arrived in El Nido town, less a sleepy fishing village, more a bustling tourist hub. Tricycles buzz, souvenir shops hawk. I survived the van ride shirts, And restaurants serve everything from adobo to pizza. Authenticity? It's a game everyone plays. Tourists haggle for sarongs, vendors do the math and the dance continues. The town is your base camp, find your boatman, your beer, and maybe a dodgy guest house with a killer view. The real draw? The tours, A, B, C, D, each promising a different set of secret spots. In reality, you're joining a flotilla of boats chasing the same dream, but hope springs eternal. Maybe your boatman knows a hidden cove, maybe you'll find a quiet corner, or maybe you'll just enjoy the chaos. El Nido town is messy, lively, and full of contradictions, but it's where every adventure begins. Embrace the madness. The search for secrets starts here. Who knows what you'll find? Let's dive in. Nakpan Beach, often called off the beaten path, which really means a bumpier tricycle ride. It's a stunning stretch. Kilometers of sand, coconut palms, twin beaches meeting at a headland. The journey feels adventurous, until you see the tricycles, sun loungers, and beach bars. Undiscovered is relative when there's Wi-Fi and overpriced fruit shakes, but Nakpan is big enough to find your own patch of sand. Walk a bit and you'll find some solitude. The water's warm, the sunsets are spectacular, not a secret but still beautiful. It's a lesson in expectations. You won't be Robinson Crusoe, but you might find a moment of peace. Lie back, listen to the waves, and forget the crowds for a while. Sometimes that's enough. Nakpan isn't a secret, but it's worth the trip. The real reward? A few quiet minutes in paradise. Take them when you can. That's the new definition of hidden gem. Instagram loves El Nido. Pristine beaches, perfect solitude, not a soul in sight. The reality? It's all about angles, patience, and a little Photoshop magic. Behind every alone on the beach shot is a crowd just out of frame. Influencers wait for that 10-second window, crop out the chaos, or edit away the evidence. The pressure to capture the perfect moment is real. You'll see people contorting for the camera, partners sighing, selfie sticks everywhere. True solitude? Only if you wake up before dawn or hike where no one else bothers. Most of the time, it's a performance for followers. The beauty is real, but the isolation is staged. So take those flawless images with a grain of sea salt. The real El Nido is messier, more crowded, and more human, and that's okay. There's comedy in the shared illusion. We're all chasing the same dream, even if the selfie sticks give us away. Embrace the chaos and you'll find your own picture-perfect moment. Duli Beach, Nakpan's more elusive cousin, further north and harder to reach. Most tourists give up before they get here, deterred by rough roads and the extra effort. Duli is known among surfers and the truly determined. Getting there feels like an adventure. Potholes, confusion, and a tricycle driver charging special price. But then you arrive, a long arc of sand, a few surfers, rustic huts, and, finally, space. It's not manicured, but it feels authentic. Driftwood, rougher sand, and a sense of raw coastline. Not a true secret, but a world away from the tour boat crowds. Here you can actually hear the waves. Walk a while, and you might not see another soul. Duli rewards effort and a willingness to get a little lost. It's not for everyone, but that's the point. Sometimes the best places require a bumpy ride and a bit of luck. If you find it, savor it. It might be the closest thing to a real secret left. Paradise looks effortless in photos, but surviving it takes skill and a whole lot of patience. The reality behind those perfect Instagram shots is a little less glamorous and a lot more challenging. The sun is relentless, determined to turn you lobster red, no matter how much shade you try to find. It's like a contest between your skin and the equator, and the sun rarely loses. Sun cream isn't optional, it's survival. Lather it on, reapply, and then reapply again, because the sun is always waiting for you to slip up. Then sandflies, tiny, invisible, merciless, and obsessed with your ankles. They're the secret agents of discomfort, striking when you least expect it. Insect repellent helps, but long pants at dusk help more. It's a fashion sacrifice, but your ankles will thank you later. Scratching? Don't even think about it. That itch is a test of willpower, and giving in only makes it worse. And then, the selfie stick brigade, wielded by tourists desperate to prove they were here, blocking every view and every path. You'll dodge them everywhere, on narrow paths, at scenic viewpoints, even in the water where you least expect it. It's like a new kind of obstacle course. It's a global phenomenon, and El Nido is ground zero. Here, the quest for the perfect photo is as intense as the sun, so pack your SPF, your bug spray, and your patience. Don't forget a sense of humor, it's just as essential as your sunglasses. These are the real tests of paradise. It's not just about the views, but how you handle the little battles along the way. Laugh off the discomforts and you'll find the rewards. The best memories are made when things don't go exactly as planned. Paradise isn't perfect. It's hot, itchy, and sometimes annoying. But that's what makes it real, and makes your stories worth telling. If you can handle the little hurdles, the moments of beauty are still there. And they're worth it. Embrace the imperfections, and let them become part of your adventure. That's what makes the memories, the laughter, the mishaps, and the triumphs over tiny trials. The real adventure is surviving paradise, and loving it anyway, with all its quirks and challenges. You'll have stories to tell, ones that are far more interesting than any postcard, and maybe a few scars to prove it, each one a badge of honor from your time in paradise. Now the holy grail, the truly secret beach. Not on any tour, whispered about by boatmen if you slip them extra cash. Does it exist? Maybe. Let's imagine. A cove only reachable by kayak, hidden at low tide, no phone signal. The journey is half the adventure, paddling, aching arms, a boatman's knowing smile. Through a gap in the cliffs, you find it. White sand, clear water, no footprints but your own. For an hour, you're the last person on Earth. You swim, you rest, you keep it off Instagram, just for a moment. The next day, someone else might find it. Secrets in El Nido are fleeting, always on the verge of discovery. But the search, the hope, the brief moment of discovery, that's the real treasure. Even if it's not entirely yours, the pursuit adds spice to the adventure. Maybe you'll get lucky, maybe you'll just dream. Either way, it's worth the chase. After all the flights, van rides, crowds, and sunburn, was it worth it? The answer? It depends. If you wanted untouched paradise, you'll be disappointed. El Nido's secret is out, and the world wants in. But the beauty is still breathtaking, even with 100 boats in view. If you came with humor and flexibility, you'll find moments that make it all worthwhile. Nakpan's vastness, Dooley's waves, a fleeting moment of seclusion, these stick with you. The journey is tough, but the flashes of brilliance make the hassle fade. Secret is subjective. Maybe it's a quiet corner, a great snack, or a genuine conversation. The islands still hold magic, you just have to redefine it. Go, see for yourself. Don't expect to have it all to yourself. And pack extra sun cream. You'll thank me later, or at least curse me a little less.